earlier this month, around December 13th, which has been about a couple weeks ago, because now it's December 30th, I got a call from Sally Miller, Tom Miller's wife, about a possible cattle mutilation on their ranch. And I said, keep me informed about it. Let me know, what you have. Send me some pictures, and that way I'll know whether or not I need to come down and do a personal investigation on this. It's been pretty cold out in the Trinidad area, average from 8 degrees to I think about 28 degrees. So I know that the animal wasn't going to be, decomposing a lot, not like if it was July, and I'd still have a nice carcass to look at. There was a second animal that was injured that Tom found near the first animal, roughly 20-30 feet away, that looked like it had either a broken hip or a broken back. And he tried to nurse that one back to health, but he had to put it down on December 15th. So 2 to 3 days after the first mutilation. The one that was unknown has all the earmarks of a mutilation. The cut around the jaw area, the hole in the anal area, missing udder, the missing tongue. And in this particular case, the whole side of the neck coming down to the chest cavity was opened also, and it appeared that the rib cage had been broken as if it was placed real hard or dropped, where it just separated the rib cage from the back. This is the first time I've ever seen this. And then the shoulder was all kind of disoriented and contorted, and it's just hanging at a weird angle. So it was definitely, there was some traumatic damage that was done to this animal during the mutilation.
I just thought it was dropped, and whenever it hit, things went to pieces on it.
You're right, it was definitely dropped.
Yeah, something had to pop, something like that, all around like that.
Here we have one that has all this damage on it, and here we have a second animal now. This is the 30th of December. This all happened around the 15th, so we're looking 15 days ago. The second animal has no damage at all, except for a little bit of damage right here by the mouth, where scavengers came in, because the way the rancher put the animal down was shot the animal in the head, and it bled out a little bit. So when it bleeds from the mouth, the scavengers come in, and they go after the blood around the mouth area, and that's where we saw the chewing. And that's the only damage we saw. Why is this one intact and that one over there is not? The non-mutilated animal with the internal damage could have actually experienced part of the mutilation. Maybe whatever type of force or energy that picks up the mutilated animal from location A to location B to mutilate it, that maybe it's this cone of energy or something. But I think that possibly, now this is just crazy theory, but maybe the second animal was being picked up too at the same time, maybe unwantedly. The second one could have been lifted up and at one point released, either due to being on the outskirts of the energy or purposely released, came back down and dropped and either broke its hip or broke its back, and that's where it laid and struggled, and that's where rancher Tom Miller found it, 30 feet away from the original or the mutilated animal. This is a very, very unique investigation, and one that we learned a lot from, just due to the comparison analysis between two almost identical animals. It's actually very fascinating, very exciting, unfortunately very sad too, because rancher Miller just lost two 1,100-pound animals, and this I think is his 9th case, at least his 9th mutilation case within all the times that I've been investigating rancher Miller's ranch. It's a very strange area. It's very active. We thought that maybe it was going to be dying down, but that's not the case. It's still an active area. It's been active, at least as far as I'm concerned, after 40-50 years. So this case is nowhere near being closed, even that area. I know we're going to have more mutilations in the future. It's our job to try and figure out who's responsible for this, and it's our job to try and find evidence to point to the responsible persons or things or whatever it is But at this time, you know, all the evidence is unknown, and we just have to try new and different things to try and find the evidence we need to pinpoint what's actually going on down there.